This is a film about LGBT young people's experiences of sport. What do you think of when you think of sport?
I just think of people running around mostly, getting involved in physical activities.
Men. When I think of sport, it's like sport's a male, like dominant sport. Like you don't really think of women because like men are seen in the public doing sport. I find it sexist that male like sports people get paid more than women, and like they get all the fame and everything and stuff like that.
Hard work and like not wanting to do it.
Being rubbish at the sport. I think let down.
Let down?
Yeah.
By who?
By myself.
Physical activity, running around, having fun.
Exercise and health aspects and fun.
Do you play sport?
I do not play sport.
Yep, basketball, football.
If you class dancing as a sport, and then I like running.
Not really.
Not at the moment. I used to play football and rugby.
Did you ever play sport in school?
Yes, I did table tennis, basketball.
I did athletics club, running, but I didn't like football and rugby and that.
No, not much. I would have a scar it or would there's a reason as to why I couldn't do it.
I do that too.
If you're bullied in this lesson, you know, the teachers aren't paying attention to the bullying at all.
What sort of experiences of bullying? What sort of bullying?
It's more name calling.
And what about you, Steve? Did you ever get?
Yeah, I get that too.
You got that too, yeah. Name calling.
Yeah, and then I stopped doing it in like for the last 3 years. I brought notes in. My mum told the games teacher, but he didn't really like do anything about it. He just said because you have to do it.
And what was your general experience of sport?
My general experience wasn't the best because I had to work individually to others. They have issues with people like me.
People like you, as in?
LGBT, yeah. I had to get changed in my own. One time I ended up with my bag in the showers.
Did you ever tell any of your
I
teachers
did.
and what was their reaction to that?
The reaction was to actually separate me from the group.
Good?
Yeah.
It's good.
It was really bad because like you forced you to do something that you didn't want to do because like football is usually with like all the lads and that, and then if you're not good at it, they'll say something to you.
It was good fun. It was more of a social aspect to it and good exercise, get away from studying as well.
Did do dance and gymnastics quite a lot because I enjoyed the movement of it. I enjoyed doing things like rugby and football, but I stayed away from them because I got quite badly name-called by the other young people in the groups that did it.
What was the reason for that? Like, why did you get name called?
Because I was different and because I had disabilities.
I loved sports at school. We weren't allowed to do football because we were girls.
Do you have a positive or negative memory of sport?
Positive.
Positive.
It was actually a good experience. It was mainly like the boys got to do the football and girls had to do like trampoline, and it was like, yeah, we want to do football as well. So it's like quite sexist in the fact that boys were allowed to do like all the physical ones like rugby, but girls wasn't.
Did you ever like speak to your school about maybe doing some different sports like rugby or football?
Yeah, but they said that they can't do it because it's not in the like guidelines, something about health and safety.
And how did that make you feel?
Well, it made us feel like we were like lower in sport than boys, just because we were girls.
The rugby in the women's session, I really enjoyed that and I quite got involved in it. But if I was to go away from here and maybe do another session like that with someone else, I would probably feel very uncomfortable and not do it.
Where did you do that session?
With Jim, young women's session.
What do you think are the general blocks and barriers for LGBT young people getting involved in sport?
Usually it's people's reactions. Example, footballers or other players coming out as gay. To some people they'll be a complete shock, to others they'll be okay with it. But the ones that are in complete shock usually don't understand.
And do you think LGBT young people are fearful of that?
Quite possible. There's also the stereotype of sports where it's men's football only, and then there's no separate for the other gender.
So it's generally saying it's basically a men's sport.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I see. Okay.
If there was like a huge lesbian on the other team, that they might say jokes like, "Is that a man?" or things like that. I think it was just banter and kind of for our own team, because I know that there would be a strong player on the other team, so they would try and put them down a bit, I think.
So what do you think people like schools or other communities can do to make sport better for young LGBT people?
They're just trying to sort out the issues, involve people more in the actual sports, and actually be more inclusive of both genders and asexuality. Because regardless of the sexuality, I am who I am. I'm not going to change just because they want me to.
I think like if the schools would like, made it clear to everybody that like, just because someone's gay doesn't mean they're going to be good or worse or things like that. I think it's just like the way education is, like you don't get taught stuff like this. Like you just learn like stereotypes like from people around you. Like in like just chat around school, people say like, he can't play football because he's gay. But if like school like made the fact of like doing lessons on the fact that gay people can play football, doesn't matter like the sexuality hasn't got anything to do with it. If like they made that aware in lessons, then it wouldn't like happen on the football field. Yeah. Okay.
If they put like boys and girls together and like get options what you want to do, like different options, like just badminton or tennis or then football, and then you can choose which one you want to go to, like as a group, and then you can go with your friends as well.
I think the teacher needs to be more understanding of other people and not just the norm of straight people.
If sport was a vegetable, what do you think it would be?
Is a tomato vegetable?
Yes, I think so.
It'd probably be that. Because as easy as it looks really cool, it can be easy to squash.
It can be what, sorry?
Easy to squash.
It'd be a carrot.
I'd say it was a sprout.
Sprouts.
Yeah.
Why is that then?
Because like they're disgusting.
I would just say a cabbage because there's different aspects of sport and the different people that do sport.
I was going to say carrot, but I think that's just the first vegetable that comes to mind when you say things like that.
Okay.